lesson several times.
What's really cool, Steve, is right now this is going to flow into something totally different. All right, let's look at folk music now.
Okay.
Also, optimal keys are the major keys. All right. You need to know whatever key you're in, whatever that root chord is. You need to know what that pentatonic scale is down here using open strings.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to stay with G for now. If you want, at the end, I'll recap all. I'll show very slowly each pentatonic for all the major keys, if you'd like that.
Well, that's probably going to have to wait till next time because
Okay.
time is up. But
all right. Oh, that's too bad because this is the train of thought I'm going on. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you what. I'll give a preview, and we'll do this next time.
okay.
All right. Folk music. People always wonder, like, instead of a now I'm just playing kind of amateurish, you know, just strumming through the chords. There's no embellishments anywhere.
Sure.
But what about if I go? Same principle. I'm using a G major pentatonic. When I teach my, all right. So that's a preview of one.
Okay.
Next thing is pretty chords. Use you know, cloudy, moody chords.
Loungy.
Using only the cowboy chords down here, right?
Okay.
Again, key of G. Any of the open strings are allowable.
Right.
Now, what if I'm gonna add this A note onto my. Here's my G chord.
Right.
I have to reconfigure it so my fingers can do it, but I'm gonna add this A note now.
Okay.
Right. Now I'm gonna really fluff it up. I'm going to take my pinky off because the E is allowed in that
That's
scale.
right. Okay.
Now,
What's that chord technically called?
yeah, what I did, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's an A note. So this is a G add 9. When I do this, I count up to my first E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is called a G6-9.
G6-9. Okay.
Right? Very pretty.
Before was a G add 9,
Yes.
and now we have, and then the proper way to do this, now this is a G6-9?
Yes.
You go up numbers.
Yeah, that takes long, lengthy explanation.
Okay.
I can't go into the, and besides the naming system is just is totally screwy. You know, they go by a system for about 80% of it, and then they slapdash it to the other part.
You've talked about that before.
Let's look at a C major now. Let's just do a 1, 4, 5. Okay.
Okay.
Here's C major, but I'm still in G. All right. Just C is my second chord, but I'm coming home to G, so I'd still use a G major pentatonic. I took off the third out of it.
Okay.
Add 2 is a C add 9.
And are all the strings okay for G in this? Are all the strings you're hitting okay for G, right?
For G, yeah, and I'm trying to explain also C.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Now I took my first finger off to get a major 7 sound.
Okay. The first one was, the title of that chord was a G?
No,
was
no.
a C, rather. I'm sorry,
This
was
is
a C?
C. What I did was I took my third finger off, and that's called an add 9.
Okay. Okay.
That's a D note. I could also do it like this. Here's a D note too.
Oh, okay.
Very common.
That's got a real different sound though from the other one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you start dealing with colorization, where you put the color, where you put the color note, changes it all around. So there's so many possibilities.
Okay.
All right. Now, now we did come back to C. We take this finger off. We get C major 7.
Okay.
We don't want to take this off because that's the root note. It'll turn it into an A minor 7 if I do. It's totally different.
Oh, that's how close those two are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, C major 6 and A minor 7 are the exact same 4 notes.
Okay.
What defines an A minor 7 over C major 6 is where you put the root. If you put a C in the bass, it'll sound like a C major 6. If you put an A in the bass, it'll sound like an A minor 7.
Oh, okay.
This is an A minor 7, right? And so, right?
Okay.
But if I put C in the bass, now it has the major root. Same 4 notes.
Okay.
All right, now, so just one more quick thing. Like, okay, I've made my C. I'm turning it into C major 7. Now I'm going to add a scale tone, the A note. Right? So now let's put the G6-9 in this. This is a C major 13 almost. Here, I'm going to play. Here, check this out. Check this out. I'm going to play G to C.
Okay.
Right? Just standard. Now listen to the difference in color.
Oh man. Now, these two chords are called
This is G6-9.
G6-9.
Right?
I need to see. Okay.
All right, so here's my G chord. What I
Right.
did was I took this off,
Okay.
and I'm trying to add this note, this A right over here.
Okay, got
so I go do this. I switch this out for comfort. So I get a G, B, D, A, B, E.
Okay.
For my C, I made it major 7 by taking the first finger off.
Okay.
I want this A note, but I want to switch out for comfort again. And listen to the melancholy that brings to the chord.
Oh yeah, this is that Eric Satie sort of.
One thing I like to do, it's really hard, but I like to add this note. This is not from the pentatonic, this is from the major. I'm going to go back to basic, G and C. Listen to the color difference, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. But, you know, there you go. Right?
Yeah.
So we can go deeper into these two concepts, all right?
Yeah, how about next Friday? Can we do next Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, great. We'll
That's
just
what I'm here for, dude.
we'll catch up. Before I go off here and forget it, play it's up around the 7th fret or something like that. It's the funk, that funk. You can slide up to it from underneath it.
Oh, yeah, disco style?
Yeah, whatever.
70s disco. All right, so here's an A minor 7. And because I have an A in the bass, it's not going to sound like a C major 6.
Okay.
I'm going to use my third finger to do it. Actually, the way, especially on acoustic, the way I do it is I bar this and add my middle because I need more strength for sliding. It's hard to see how my middle finger actually supports my third when I do that. It's easier for me to do this. All right, now, right? And that's all you need to know about this, except you mute at certain points by lifting, right? Now here's the strum. I'm going to mute right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. When you do this, this is 16th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what makes rhythm is when you press or release.
Okay.
All right. So, got this rhythm going. Now, without the slide first, right?
Okay.
Just going to press. And by the way, I'm switching to the A minor 7 to a truncated D9 chord, which is common disco.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Spill the wine, dig that girl. Ton of songs. Spill the wine. There's a million songs that do this.
Really?
From the 70s, yeah.
Off of this.
Yeah.
This chord, again, just name of this chord?
A minor 7.
Just an A minor 7, okay.
And you could call this an A minor 6. This is actually the 7, this is the 6, but the implication here is, see that D there?
Mm-hmm.
So this is really a D9, not an A minor 6. The root is D.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But I'm leaving that for the bass player to do, because I want economy.
Right, okay.
So I get the scratching. Now without the slides, right? I'm just, now on my left hand, I'm just going to press every once in a while with a rhythm.
Okay.
So this never changes.
So that really is just keeping the 16th notes going in the right hand.
Right. People always think, oh, I'm creating the rhythm here. Actually, you're just being really repetitious here, creating no rhythm.
Right.
What you're doing is here.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And it's funky funky as hell, and especially if you play electric. And we do a version in my band of the Bill Withers song.
Right.
And he does that part, you keep on using me, right? And it's a break. The musicians stop there.
Yeah.
And one time I just started just scratching during that section. I said, keep on using me.
Oh, yeah.
And it was kind of just a joke, and the other guitar player said, Vinny, keep that in there. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
So, again, that scratching. Now, with the slide, I think that's on the downbeat of 1, you start the slide. 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And by the way, in 70s funk in particular, the beat 1 is really important, believe it or not, for creating funk. It's the bassist leans on 1. Goom, 2, 3, 4. Goom.
Oh, okay.
That was something that Bootsy Collins lectured about.
Okay. See, this is good. I knew that there were going to be some things that would come out from these sessions, so that's great.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot of little things today that I didn't know before.
Yeah, I may practice guitar. I feel more inspired now.
Okay. All right, I better get out of here.
Okay, Steve.
Just a second here. We'll